My name is Lois TeStrake. I have been a citizen of Marshfield for 30 years. Love the city, love a lot about it. I ran for mayor because I love this town and I love the people. I help out at Ray Baxter's dress shop downtown a couple days a week. And this lady walked in, I didn't know who she was. She came in and I helped her find some clothes for spring. And I helped her find some items. She came up to the desk to pay. We got everything taken care of, and she looks right at me and says, "What's your name?" I said, "Lois." She said, "Lois, your eyes are kind of yellow. Is there something wrong with you? I think you should come and see me." She pulled her card right out of her wallet. I said, "Why?" She said, "Because there's something not quite right."
I think she was surprised that a complete stranger was asking her about turning yellow or looking yellow. I think she kind of wanted to dismiss it, which is a very, very normal and natural reaction. And then I think she took a pause, and a couple days later, she called my office.
And they put her in the hospital that day. That was a total shock to me. I was getting some electrical work done in the house and talking to the guy, and the phone rings, and it was Lois telling me she's up in the hospital bed. That's just a stunner. It hits you right between the eyes. You don't know what to say. And a couple hours later, they read the first tests of her and said, well, the reason you're jaundice is because you've got some bile ducts that are plugged, and we're going to do a procedure to put a stent in. And when you hear cancer, it's just devastating.
Sunday morning, Dr. Wernberg walked into my room and had the biggest smile on her face. "You called me." I said, "Of course I did, because you asked me to." And then Dr. Leon, who is my oncologist, who I met that morning, they both basically said to me, "We're going to do what we can, but we can't promise anything." And I said, do what works.
Cancer treatment is a huge team approach. We have cancer surgeons, we have cancer medical oncology doctors. They treat with medicines like chemotherapy or immunotherapy, sometimes radiation oncology doctors. So my role was to work with GI, who made the index diagnosis and were able to stent her bile duct, and work with medical oncology, radiation oncology, formulate a team, discuss her case at a multi-disciplinary tumor conference, and then come up with a treatment plan. And in her situation, our recommendations were for her to have her chemotherapy first, surgery after that. So we kind of all put our heads together up front, made a treatment plan for her, and then I operated as sort of her last step.
When I did my bell ringing, I said there are not enough words. Awesome is a goofy word, but I would have to say, because that sums up a lot of stuff. The care. Lois got the best care she could have had.
Working with Lois has been a pleasure from the very beginning. She has had an incredible positive attitude. She's been surrounding herself with people who really help build her up and support her. And she's just been positive from the very beginning and always grateful. Very, very appreciative.
We just have to trust in the Lord, and that is the biggest. And like I said, my support team, I had a prayer chain, over 250 people, and then I invited my family as their own separate prayer chain. All of a sudden, someone else jumped on from my family, and you know what? That's great, because we're all supporting each other.
You go into a tunnel, a long tunnel, and now we're back in the light again. And we can hopefully look forward to years and years of good health for Lois.
I want to continue to be mayor because I feel very strongly to help people, and they help me. I guess, not even the mayor thing, just as a human being, just being able to continue to help and just make things better.
We're not going to have cancer in our life anymore. So now, as the months go by and she's getting back rehabbed into normal life again, she's becoming very active again.
I was lucky enough that I got everything here. All my care, I didn't have to go anywhere else to have any other tests done, any surgery. And my support team, I can't tell you how many and how much. It's still there and always will be.